morning. So I thought I would do the video from inside today. This is like a typical kitchen, or maybe not typical actually. This is actually really nice. They're not all as spacious as this, with a dining table and everything. But anyway, I just thought before I get out on the road and it's pitch black, so it's just past 5. I woke up at 4:13, so just before my alarm was going to go off, and I took a photo of what the path looks like. I took a photo yesterday, so you'll see that in yesterday's video, and it's just smooth Steinstein. It's smooth stone, just the whole meter width of the path, smooth downward stone. So I thought there was a storm last night, and not a big one, just some good thunder showers. And I looked at the map, and the road more or less runs parallel to the Camino way, which is off-road. So I decided it's Saturday morning, it's 5 a.m. I don't think there's going to be much traffic. It is a narrow road, but I'll have my light, and I don't think there's much traffic. And I think it's better to just take the road, and then there's a point further ahead. I'm not sure how far it is. Didn't look too far, where they converge, and then I can join the Camino again. So I'm going to do that because we're still up in the mountains, so it's all downward from here all the way to Ponferrada, and then it's like 10 kilometers. I think it's around 10 kilometers to Ponferrada, and then so downward, and then 10 kilometers flat across Ponferrada and some other towns, and then my last 10 kilometers are going to be climbing. And I had a really interesting dream about DOMS, and if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's an acronym for Delayed Onset Muscle Soreness. And I was worried, I guess, in the night that I might have DOMS, because coming across the mountains I used all kinds of different muscles, and then I went really far. So I was concerned that now I was going to do another 30-day. So it was a 29 kilometers, then 35 and a half, and now I have another 30-kilometer day planned, and I was worried I might hurt my muscles, damage them. And so in my dream, someone was telling me about a method that she's been using, which is essentially magic, and there you create words to release the DOMS. So I kept trying to get, what are these words, but we never got back around to it. So that was kind of cute. And yeah, anyway, I'm pretty much ready to go. It's 16 degrees, so I'm not going to even start out with my jacket. I'm just going in short sleeves. That's the plan for today, so I'll probably be in touch once it's sunrise. Ciao for now.
So that's one of the paths I would have come up, but I've taken the road, and I really wanted to take a video for you guys. Oh wait, there's a sign, let's say 215, so we're still in the 200s, but today we'll go under 200 by the time we're there. And yeah, I'd wanted to take a video to show you how high up we were and how the road was a serpentine road going down, but it wasn't light enough. But yeah, I'm really happy with my executive decision to walk on the road if ever it's dark. I think that's just a much safer way, and we're in Modena Seca now, but I think the road was probably a bit longer than going, straight across the land, but that would have been a pretty horrific descent off-road anyway, because I'm guessing if Fontebadon was 1,500 meters. We came down a bit to get to Riego de Ambros, but not too much. I mean, it was at least 1,000, I'm guessing. So I can always check that out sometime. But in the dark, you know, just with a headlamp, that would not have been fun, especially not the slippery downward slope that began the walk from Riego de Ambros. So I'm super happy with my decision to come on the road, and yeah, looking forward to getting to Ponferrada, and I'm going to treat myself today to something from a panaderia, and still vegan, but there'll be some gluten and some sugar in it. And yeah, there's a nice church over there. It was 16 degrees at 5 a.m. when I left, well 5:13 when I left, and it feels even possibly a bit warmer now. So yeah, and there was some lightning, no thunder though, but there is a 50% chance of rain today, but I'm fine with that. And I've got a cover for my pack, and I do have a poncho to cover me and the pack, but I don't think I'll use it. I don't think I'll need it. I don't mind getting rained on, just as long as the pack is covered. And yeah, that's it. I'll be in touch later. Yeah, and I just wanted to say we've come 6.5 kilometers, and it's just over an hour, so like an hour and 15 minutes. Just want to see if I can show you that church in the background. There. We've got an incline continuing. There are the gorgeous clouds. And this is everything where we came from. So it looks like pretty gorgeous scenery. It's gosh, I think I just saw 6:30. No, it was 6:30 earlier, so maybe 6:55. That's what I saw. So it's almost 7. So another 20 minutes. That'll be 2 hours for me, and I can't imagine Ponferrada's only 20 minutes away. So I probably have a good 20 minutes plus a half hour, I'm guessing, before I get to Ponferrada, and where I'll have a little break. So I'm going to do this today in 3 stages. At least that's the plan. So 10 kilometers to Ponferrada, or for me it's a little bit more because I took the road. I'll have a little break, and then another 10 kilometers to the point where I believe I'll need to start climbing again, and I'll have maybe a longer break. And then I'll do the final stage to complete my 30 kilometers for the day. And today is day 26, June 11th. That's Ponferrada ahead. It's a pretty interesting town nestled in the mountains like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and cross to the official Camino path now. Okay, now that sign's got to be wrong because that says 2:15,6, and we saw one quite a ways back there that also said 2:15, something, so that can't be. They're not always right, I think, but it's still nice to see the numbers declining. It's an incredible bit of white cloud up there amidst the dark, isn't it? So bright, and some great cloud play. This is so cool. Mullen as far as the eye can see. Königskirche in German. My totem plant. It's pretty amazing. I love it that it grows everywhere here. Brilliant. There's thunder rumbling, and the air has been damp ever since I left this morning, so It definitely feels like it's gonna rain at some point today. I haven't stopped to put the protection over my pack, but I'll do that in Ponferrada. And apparently to get to Ponferrada, we've got to go around all of this. So there's like a huge green foresty area there. And we have to go all the way around it and then circle back in. So, ugh, my back's getting tired and I really want to have my pastry treat. 18 degrees. You hear that? I don't know if you can hear that thunder rumbling. And I forgot to check the time again, 7:30 or something. And I also forgot to check the distance. But hopefully it's beyond 10 kilometers now. So I'm just gonna have breakfast across the street from this castle and I'll send you some pictures. But all right, I'll get up again. But I'm gonna have my pastry and the morning smoothie. So it'll rest my back a little bit. It's been twinging and yeah, I can't quite figure out how to pack the bag or fix the straps so that it doesn't twinge, but I'm pretty sure now that it has to do with how I'm carrying the weight or how the pack fits to my body. So unfortunately it's just something I have to deal with. So it's raining, so I'm not gonna film for long, but there's this beautiful park here with a nice little pond, and I'm walking along this gorgeous river here in Ponferrada, and it's a relatively big town, so I think it's going to take a while. It took a while to come into it. I think it's going to take a while to leave it. It was 12.7 kilometers to get here. That leaves me with 17 and a half to go until I arrive at my destination. Hola, gracias. And it's still around like 18 degrees, but it's super muggy, so humid, right? So it's like very sticky. It's raining very slightly, still thundering the whole time. And yeah, at 3 hours, I took my break and had something to eat and drink. And I'm just continuing on now till the next break in about 8 to 10 kilometers. And since the place I'm going to doesn't open until 2:30, the lady suggested I stop in the town beforehand, and I forget how far it is, maybe 3 kilometers away, and that I just rest there because in her town there's nothing. There's just the albergue and I guess where some people live. But yeah, this must be some kind of a, no, I was thinking that was a high school, but it's not. That's where people live. This must just be where sports activities take place, their local stadium. And maybe you can hear the thunder in the background. All right, well, if we get to some nice countryside, I'll take another video. Or if I have something that I desperately want to share, and I'll say hello. Ciao for now. I absolutely love days like this, with this kind of rain. It's dying down now, and we're just reaching the edges, I think, of Ponferrada. Maybe it was another little town with its own name, but yeah, it was raining harder before, but I just kept on walking because it's not a cold rain, and I just love it. I love days like this when you're out in it, and days like this when you're at home and you just hear the thunder and see the rain. I just absolutely love it. So I'm wet and I'm happy. My bag's covered, and yeah, we're on our way. Come on, I won't hurt you. Little creature, I'm not sure what you are. It's okay. There you go. Where'd you go? Oh no, I lost you. you are. Yeah. What are you? You're so cute, Ziggy. You're really cute. I like you. Don't know what you are. Bye-bye. Just a little tip. We just hit Colombrianos, and the next town, I forget what it's called, it's 2 kilometers from here. Then there's another town 2 kilometers, and then another town 2 kilometers. And that third town is 5 kilometers from my destination. So I'm thinking I'll probably go to all 3 of these little towns and then have a break at the last one before I do the final 5 kilometers, since my albergue doesn't open until 2:30 anyway. And ooh, there was some lightning there. Yeah, so my back's still not feeling very nice. Can you see all those beautiful clouds? Yes, my back's not feeling very nice, but feet are doing well. The exception of a little twinge on the side of one foot that I just got. But yeah, I can maybe have a look at that and put some Vaseline on it when I get to one of these little towns. All right, ciao, until later. Blue skies over that way, but clouds all through the mountains and all up there, and thunder and lightning. But at the moment, no rain here. There's one of those Camino signs I like. It's 10:10. So we're looking at, what is that, 5 hours? And there's a little town up there, just starting in the hills where those clouds are. I'm not sure if you can see it. There, see? I think that might be my third town, the one that I wait in, to take my break before I go to Pieros, because the hospitalero from the last place in Riego, the Ambros, he said that there's a climb at the end. So we're coming up on the second of 3 towns right now. And then remember, after this town, it's another 2 kilometers to the town where I'm gonna take a break before the last 5 kilometers. So I think that one back there, I don't think that's Pieros. I don't think we could see 7 kilometers. That looks too close for that. So that's gotta be the last town before I get to Pieros. But beautiful mountain views. It's nice not to be climbing them, especially in this weather. I am so glad I traveled on the day I did and did not try and travel down those treacherous hills or up them in the rain. So this is Campo Maraya, and I got it wrong with the numbers. The next town, the one that I showed you on the hill probably, is 5.5 kilometers from here, and then that sign says 4, but I think it's 5.5. And then my town is only 2 kilometers, not quite 2 kilometers after that. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I've got to stop somewhere because my back's really hurting me. I don't like having 7 kilometers to go. I'd rather just have, fewer, but I'll get through this town and then make a decision. It's 11:15, and I haven't stopped yet. I got out to the other side of Campo Naraya, and I'm just kind of walking. I'll just see. But the pain in my back is getting so bad, and there's a really bad pinch on one side, and I'm starting to think that I might start sending my bag ahead. I was really proud that I could carry it, and and, you know, decide where I wanted to stay, if I wanted to go further or stop sooner or whatever. I wouldn't be beholden to wherever I had sent my bag. But when I take my bag off, my back's fine and my feet are fine. So I'm starting to think that, I mean, you know, there's like a certain pride in carrying my bag, right? Knowing that I carried my bag across all of northern Spain, you know? Oh, I'm a tough woman, you know, there's that kind of thing. But if it's at the expense of my back and, you know, I've got to spend 6 months in pain recuperating afterwards, I don't really see how I've won anything in that. And yeah, I think it's a thought right now, and by the time I'm at Pieros, or by this evening, I think I will have figured out my decision. This is really beautiful. This countryside here. We're off the road. Oh, is it grapes growing? Probably for wine. Yeah. And I guess the other thing I was thinking about my back is, remember when I said when I get mid-back pain, so it's like right under the shoulder blades, that's usually a sign. I've recognized that as a sign that I am not seeing something emotional that's in my field. And then once I see it, it goes away. It's really phenomenal. I've noticed this over many years. But this is not that. And I was thinking, well, you know, if I just work with the pain, you know, kind of work through it, just see what it has to tell me, you know. But at this point, I think it's telling me, get that backpack off and let it get transported to the next destination. I mean, we're only like, how many? 6 or 7 more until the end, not counting Finisterre or Murcia. So I did carry it most of the way. Only the first 4 stages I didn't, and then maybe, you know, the last 6 or 7. But I think I really need to pay attention to my body here. Okay, so this is Cacabelos, which is a very funny name because caca in German means poop. And Belle, you know, is like for pretty, so it's like the pretty poop town. But I'm sure it's much like properly pretty and not like pretty poop. And oh, although I got a good whiff of poop just now. So, buenos días. So, my idea that I had seen Cacabelos, the town that was 5 kilometers away, that was silly. That town was just more of Campo Naraya that just like spread up into the hills. So yeah, some of these are more like proper towns, less villages, you know, like my guess would be this is at least, you know, 6 to 20,000 people. So, cause it looks pretty spread out, but it is the last town before my destination. And I was, you know, suffering quite a bit actually from the pain in my back, which has subsided just a little bit right now, but it's still there. It's a constant pain. And, you know, and I wasn't doing poor me or anything, but I was just, you know, feeling that pain. And then I happened upon a fruit vendor at the side of the road. Now, usually they sell bananas and oranges, which are fine and good, but you know, you just always get bananas and oranges. But this time he was selling cherries, and cherries are my happy food. So it was really nice, and I got a packet, and yeah, that made me happy. And I have decided I'm definitely sending my bag along. I'm going to get it transported from here on out. And I just hope that, because it's a very little town that I'm going to, I just hope that they'll collect there. I have no idea if they only collect at certain stations or what, or if they'll come anywhere. But yeah, that's my last hope. But I won't find that out until I get there at 2:30 today. And now it's only, I forgot to check again, of course, but I remember at some point it was after 11. So we're looking at 7 hours of walking. So I actually have come, strange, I've come less far today than yesterday in the same amount of time. Well, it was 7 hours 40 minutes yesterday, but even then it was 7 hours and 40 minutes and I covered 35.5 kilometers. And this time it'll probably end up being 7 hours 40 minutes and I will have covered only 29.8 kilometers. So I guess it's just hurting me more today. And you know, that's why I haven't considered transportation before, because it just seems to come and go. But it's definitely not going anymore. So I'll walk through the town a bit and I'll look for a nice bench and then I'll rest. So I'm sitting here about ready to fall asleep. It's been about 35 minutes and my back still hurts. My feet would love to get out of the shoes. So different kind of walking today. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've had long days one after another, but I think it's mostly my back. I think if I can get my pack transported tomorrow, it'll be a different day. But I'm going to go ahead and go, and even though there's nothing in the next town, I'm just going to kind of get the walk over with. And that's kind of the bummer, is that right now I'm thinking of just getting it over with, and that's not how you want to walk, you know. So yeah, so that decision's made, and it's just over 2 kilometers until I get there, so I guess around half hour or so, or if I slow down then it might be a bit longer. All right, see you there. I'm utterly melting. It's only 22 degrees, and I say only because for me that's super hot, but for other people it's like, it's low 20s, you know? But I am melting, and I'm taking it really slowly. I'm going up a hill as well, but because of my back, I'm just not rushing it, you know? I'm just taking it step by step. This is the last leg for today, so there's no major rush. In fact, I think I see the sign for Pieros right up ahead. So I've made it to the city. I just have to find the hostel. She said I could wait in the garden because I'm still 2 hours early. But I don't mind. I'd rather be there in a garden.